balloons utilize some pretty straightforward physics, and the clue is right there in the name. Hot air is less dense than cold air, and we know from our Coke cans, less dense things will rise. So when Mateo does this and heats up the air in the balloon, he's basically Diet Coking us. And then over time, the air outside cools back down the air in the balloon, making it more dense, and therefore we start to sink down like regular Coke. So all you have control over is whether we go up or down.
Correct.
But you said you could land me wherever I wanted.
That is also correct.
But what if the wind's going that way and I want to land over there? That's gotta be magic.
So yeah, so what we'll do is we'll...
Okay, pause here, because to understand Mateo's answer, you first need to understand two things. The first is that if the wind is blowing in one direction in your backyard, 1,000 feet above that, it's almost certainly blowing differently, and 1,000 feet above that, it will once again be totally different. So the question then becomes, how does Mateo know the wind's speed and direction at different heights? And that's where number 2 comes in, because it's someone's job every day to launch 2 balloons like this into the sky at noon and midnight London time. But this is done in 1,000 locations all around the world, all at those same 2 exact times. And these balloons all have something called a radiosonde attached to them that measures things like altitude, pressure, temperature, and wind. And then they transmit the information back to the ground station, which gets fed into supercomputers, and that's the reason the wind and weather predictions can be so accurate. So 2,000 of these massive weather balloons go up every day, and they eventually pop and just land somewhere, never to be retrieved. Now, because of this, computers can figure out the wind direction and speed at every level of the atmosphere as you go up. So on a given day, Mateo just checks the daily charts, and if these are the predicted wind directions and speed, and he wants us to land exactly right here, he just needs to raise, and then raise again, and then lower the balloon to catch the appropriate invisible rivers of air to land in the perfect spot. So hot air balloons don't steer, at least not in the normal way we think of. It's more of a tag team with Mother Nature.